I don't give a shit about their traditions or whatever the fuck you're here to try to explain to me.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
I'm Jared. I don't care about anything. Get off my lawn. That's
Listeners,
exciting.
you can't see it, but Russ is like picking up a typewriter like he's going to bash me in the face with it.
Yes. That'll all make sense in about a minute.
Yeah. Well, probably 20 minutes. But.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Yeah. But realistically.
Yeah.
Time traveling already.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back with a new movie and a new breakdown. To start with a trailer. We'll trash it, hence the name of the episode being Trailer Trash. So
that's right.
Jared, why don't you inform the world, the dear listeners, what movie we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to watch The Outsider from 2018.
Not to be confused with The Outsiders or Outsider or the Outsider.
Or Outlander.
Or Outlander.
A lot of things that sound like this movie.
Yeah.
So the premise here, in case you haven't heard of it, because I had until we started researching it, I'd never heard of this movie existing. It's another one that, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the Jared Leto. You said that already? You say it's the Jared Leto there? Oh, okay.
I did not.
All right. 2018 Netflix flicks.
That's right. For me, it was like the last thing he wanted. We're like, oh, weird, a big name movie that I had never heard of on Netflix. But anyway, so back to the premise. An epic set in post-World War II Japan.
There you go.
And centered on an American former GI who joins the Yakuza. Wait, there's no verb in this sentence.
Yeah, this is IMDb. Man.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Listeners, I'll read it for you again because I know I butchered that. An epic set in post-World War II Japan and centered on an American former GI who joins the Yakuza.
That still is terrible. But
is like the opening clause of a sentence that then you finish a sentence with.
Right. I don't know who's on IMDb. I mean, I know it's all mostly user generated content, right? And they have some people checking it like Wikipedia or something. Like
you would think the Google description's much better. But.
Yeah, give that one. Why don't you read that one?
Sure. After World War II, an American POW stays in Japan and works his way through the rituals and hardships of the Yakuza to become a member of the crime organization.
See, now maybe we need to go, maybe we need to skip IMDb and just be like, you know what?
Straight to the Goog?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're doing. The Outsider. Jared Leto, 2018, Netflix. Get there. Be there. See it. Do you see they're going to stop doing DVDs? Get rid of it.
They still do DVDs?
They sure do, my friend. Sure do. Huh. Wow. Sure did. They're
enforcing password sharing before they get rid of DVDs. Neat.
Yeah.
What a world.
Yep. Before we get into the trailer, fan service.
We don't have any listener email, but I wanted to take a quick second and I know we've gained a lot of new listeners over the last month or so from Overcast. Welcome to you. You know who you are. I hope you're still listening.
Yeah, do it.
And in case you haven't gotten through that many episodes yet, fan service is when we listen to you, the listeners, and read back to you, the listeners, so you can listen to it again, the thing that you wrote to us.
Yeah.
In email format.
Yeah. It's kind of like, imagine like you send an email and you don't really think about it. We're going to read it out loud for you to admit like, oh, that was a bad email, you know?
That's right. That's right.
You can send us like work emails or any emails you think that are important yourself, like family emails. We'll read them and help you. Mm-hmm. So that's another service we provide here at ITMT. That no one else can do, and it'll take 3 weeks for us to get but free. Hey, free, you know? Come on.
Yeah. Don't ask ChatGPT, ask ITMT.
Yes. ChatGPT.
It's our new slogan.
That's right. Ask ITMT.
So it's thismeetsthat@gmail.com if you want to do that. Send us an email, please.
That's that. Okay, cool. Anything else? Any other awesome things we've done recently? Have we done anything cool? We're over 200 episodes. Oh man, I don't know what else is there.
Way over 5,000 downloads. I don't know. We're just crushing it lately.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2023, right? So
the year of ITMT. It's all coming up us.
So
be a part of it, listeners. Tell your friends. They'll also like to listen.
Yeah,
to us.
Be that listener who is like, I listened to them back in the day. Like I know all the inside jokes. You know, it's like be that one who knows. Like, do you even know who Donna Mint is, bro? You know, like you could be that person.
That's right.
Like, do you know who Donna Mint is? You know. Todd.
Yeah. And if you're new here, go back and listen a little bit.
Yeah, just Todd from Product, our product head, like
just Todd. Mm-hmm. Yep. All the characters.
Yeah, it's a very interconnected universe we have here at ITMT. The ITMTU.
Mm-hmm. That's our promise.
Yep. University. Okay.
Should we talk about the trailer?
Yeah, why not? Let's get into it. I think I was trying to delay it. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. It opens up with Netflix, because it's Netflix stuff, right?
Slow start.
Very slow start. And then we get like a car just driving through. It's a pretty cliche shot, right? The top down shot of a car driving through the mountains, and you get the sun in the background, you get the piano music cueing in, and we get the voiceover starting, right? Most of this trailer is voiceover. Do you know what it means?
I don't.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was okay. All right. I was waiting for.
I guess it's a fable.
It is. I guess it is a fable. So then it cuts to we get Leto fingers like running along a woman's body, and there's like a full tattoo. It looks like going on.
And listener, we haven't gotten a full Leto yet, but just based on his fingers, picture like Christian Bale machinist style Leto fingers. Like salad fingers.
Yeah.
You don't want it.
running along this full body tattoo, it seems like, on a woman, I'm guessing. And then the voiceover continues. It's a fable about the koi fish that can swim up a waterfall and then becomes a dragon.
Yeah, sounds dope.
I'm into that. And then we get our first title card.
Yeah, the music is very dramatic, by the way. It's
very dramatic piano, yeah. And then it changes here, and it's
still dramatic, but like electronic dramatic.
Yeah, I like new. I don't know. It's just like this. What? Doesn't feel like it fits the vibe of the movie, but
it sounds like an Imagine Dragons song.
Yeah,
and in a bad way that I implied with that.
So we get our first title card. I think only one of two, but we get a title card and Academy Award winner Jared Leto. And then is when the music kicks in, and it just doesn't feel like it fits. But hey, we're here, right? And then we cut to Leto face, right?
Yep, in a suit.
Yeah,
looking sharp.
That's it.
Very, very skinny.
Yeah. Cut to someone stabbing someone else. It looks like it's a play. Like it's two. What do they call? What's the guard? I don't know the name of that guard.
Well, kimono. She's wearing a kimono.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get to.
And it's not like kabuki theater, which like shadows and whatnot. It's more like but it does, you're right, it looks like it's some kind of staged production,
right? I'm trying to set the mood maybe of this being kind of noir kind of feeling. I don't know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of vibe I was getting. So then we get to Leto voiceover, right? He's like, I understand. All right, okay, thanks, Leto. Thanks. Thank you for that.
He's just the worst.
And it, he's like a love to hate guy.
Friend of the pod, though. Solid friend of the pod.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll find out in episode 1. There is another friend of the pod in this movie that I did not know until I stumbled across the cast list. So
interesting. Okay,
it's a deep cut. So then he keeps going, and then we kind of get some, intercut shots here as his voiceover Leto voice continues. He's like, in life, sometimes we fight the current, right? And then it cuts to shots of like a bunch of Japanese men in black suits. And then we cut to some sumo wrestlers getting ready to face off.
Yep.
The Leto voice continues, and like other times, it's important to flow with the river.
Yep. There's like people gambling on the sumo.
Yeah, like a back, like a
looks dope. Yeah.
Yeah, some serious gambling, some dice getting dropped, And then
with
cut to
what looks like US dollars.
Yeah.
I was like, interesting.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then we cut to the classic, cliche shot of the bridge. Could have been Brooklyn Bridge, but I'm sure it's a bridge in Japan somewhere.
I would assume that.
Oh my god! And then we get
I also wrote bridge in a city I don't recognize, so
yeah,
if it makes you feel better.
Yeah. And then we get an overhead shot of the cliche overhead shot of a car driving through some of the woods, whatever. I'm assuming the same car that was in the beginning. Yep. Then we get a shot of an older Japanese guy. He's like clapping his hands over someone kind of kneeling before him, right? And it's the whole vibe. I
thought it was a funeral.
so I comment that later because there's another shot I think in the same spot where I was like, is this a cemetery or maybe a temple or something?
Yeah.
But it's probably a funeral. You're probably right.
Well, I think not to prognosticate, but I think it's actually not a funeral now that I've seen the trailer.
Okay, not a funeral. Okay.
At first, I thought it was a funeral, and it's like the clapping is in rhythm with the music. So like when there's a bass bump in the music, you also get a nice little clap. And
the whole vibe I'm getting from this trailer is like they're trying to go for like this very noir kind of feel, but the music is not doing it for me. But
agreed.
it doesn't seem like it fits. Like it looks like it's going to be shot kind of like slow paced. And
yeah.
Anyways, then we get Leto face again, right? Leto face. Yep. A lot of Leto face, but I guess he's the star of the movie. So
this is when they started talking about how you trade one type of family for another, right?
Right.
And as we're like getting more and more of him walking through, he's walking through a forest following some guy through a line of people still, but
yeah, Leto hiking, and the conversation about making trading in your family is also becoming a Yakuza is a choice, right? Isn't that what the character says there?
Exactly. Yep.
And then you get the trade one family, and then Leto on a hike, and then another close up of some dude's face, and he's clapping.
Yep.
Okay. And then Leto walking in the temple, I guess it looks like maybe, and all the men, a bunch of dudes in suits just bending over.
Yep.
And then you get another voiceover. I forget who said this, but you can never go back.
I think it was the guy that he was telling about the Yakuza stuff earlier.
Yeah. Okay. And then Leto face again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then it changes dramatically and is like a cityscape of bleak factories, right?
Yeah, like a bleak industrial area, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
Detroit.
Is this Tokyo or Detroit? Because it looks like Detroit.
It looks like Detroit. Oh man, yeah. And then it cuts to like the only bit of, I don't know, whatever. The one scene we got, it cuts to like some guy who's some American, who's just where you pulled the line from, right? Not caring about their traditions, and now you blah 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 blah. And then he's like, "Yeah, you can get the fuck out of my office too." And then Jared Leto there just.
No, I was just saying, just as an aside here, I did not, as usual, listeners, I did not read the log line before I got into this. And so I did not know that this is taking place right after World War II. And
I don't think it's clear in the trailer.
No, not at all. Until this part when I was like, wait, what? Because when he doesn't give a shit about their traditions, he's like, we won. That's the way it is. And I was like,
that's right. That's right.
We won what?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
And then Jared Leto's like, you know what? I don't like that answer. He's like, oh, is that how it's going to be? Like, what?
Yeah. And then you can get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah, and it just gets to Leto there being like, no, man, traditions are important. And he just beats the shit out of this guy with a typewriter, I think.
Yeah, which also confused me. And that's because I was like, what year is this?
Yeah.
I was like, the other things seem kind of modern. Like all the suits that everyone's wearing are like pretty modern cut looking suits.
I mean, the car in the beginning, but it's a classic car, so it doesn't necessarily tell you. But if you only see one car, it doesn't necessarily tell you the time period. But if you see,
great point.
Anyways, and then we get a cut to Leto face walking, right?
Yeah, and it seems like not to harp on it, but it seems like this is going to be a gory movie because the bashing to death with the typewriter is like the first of several that we're about to get into.
Yeah. So then like right now the music kind of kicks into high gear techno R&B song. I don't know. It sounds like someone trying to do like a new James Bond kind of song. I don't know. It's just very, very, upbeat, I guess. Right. And then you just got shots of dudes walking. You got dudes playing the drums. Got Leto face all banged up, and he's being handed a sword, which he pulls out and aggressively goes after a guy, or makes it seem like he does. Him getting intense. Got to some cars just driving, so you just get like a bunch of quick kind of intercuts here of just things in the movie. Get you all fired up about it, right? And then and the classic shot Jared Leto opening one of the Japanese style doors that are kind of the see through kind of doing like the. Like the paper, yeah. You see it like in every single movie. And then you get Leto face. He's stabbing a knife into an old guy's desk. Right, seems intense. Classic move, right? Hey, boss, I don't work for you anymore.
Been there.
I quit.
If I had a nickel.
Yeah, it's happened when I got laid off. I was like, yeah, well, you want to know what? They're like, well, you brought a knife in here? What is that? That's not a good idea.
You can fire me. I don't quit because I want unemployment benefits.
See ya. And then we get to Leto. He's got a tattoo, looks like back tattoo going on or whatever. Him and some woman just hanging out, doing people things. And then we had dudes walking through a strip club, which I was surprised that there wasn't. I guess Netflix YouTube videos are.
I mean, we're dropping swears all over the place in this trailer, so I guess there's no rules with Netflix trailers anymore.
Yeah, right. Usually they tag them like a red band, right? But I guess if it's just Netflix, I don't care.
Yeah, Netflix is red band, my friend.
That's right. Not wrong. Not wrong. So yeah, strip club. Then we get some guy getting shot in the face, and then it cuts to like homeless looking Leto, right? And he's like being dragged by, obviously, I'm sure people, but you don't see. You just see him getting dragged in a prison cell. It looks like.
I think. I don't want to prognosticate yet.
All right.
Put a pin in that.
And then it cuts to some dude. Yeah, like you said, like the violence looks like it's going to be pretty heavy in this, and you get some dude just get knifed in the throat over and over.
Yeah, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total mess.
Then it looks like someone's about to take out our friend Jared, execution style, right? He's like in a circle of seemingly Yakuza members, and someone's got a gun to him. And
someone's got gun to Leto face.
You hate to see it.
And did you ever see the movie Collateral with Tom Cruise?
No.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second. I don't think so.
It's really good, but this is like there's a very similar scene in that where like Tom Cruise is being held at gunpoint or whatever, and it's the same setup, same setup of like three guys behind, and they hit him on a one-on-one with someone, and then in the whole scene is him disarming that person and shooting all four people. It's the same shot and sequence.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say The Last Samurai, and then just to make sure that we can't use that as a pitch later.
No, it wasn't. No. So yeah, he pow blam kapow, and he just disarms and kills these four like it's no big deal, right? To kind of show that he's a badass, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get the other title card, or I guess there's three. The Outsider.
That's right.
It cuts to then this is another one where we get like the actor card list, but at first it cuts to just a shot of Leto face, him driving, and then looking over at some lady face, right?
That's right.
And then it cuts to a title card, the actor list of all the other actors that are in this outside of Jared Leto.
Yeah, which neat, I guess.
Yeah.
Like poor are the rest of these actors. Like Jared Leto was in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We had to wait for everyone else.
Well, I guess you just gotta Jared Leto. So
we got Tadanobu Asano,
Kippei Shîna.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking Asano only because I know in Japanese it's usually first syllable is the accented syllable.
Yeah. Okay. Asano. Okay.
But who knows? I don't know. None of us we're not fluent Japanese speakers, and we're not fluent Japanese speakers. I mean, we're not amateur Japanese speakers either.
No. I couldn't even tell you I couldn't even begin to tell you where to begin. So
no, I could count to 10 from my karate days, but that's about it.
Yeah, I could tell you to download one of those apps that teach you how to speak another language. That's about it. It's about as close as I can get to speaking Japanese as I can. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to take a crack? This episode
brought to you by Duolingo.
Don't sound like a fool and learn Japanese.
That's right. Do I want to take a crack at the rest of the list?
Yeah, go for it. You're in a roll.
Well, we had Shioli Kutsuna.
Yeah.
And we had get a couple of extras here.
Yeah.
With Nao Ômori and Tanaka.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
is it Nao or is it Now? I think Nao Ômori.
I assumed Nao, but
yeah. Okay.
Because I think it's another one where I think you're supposed to pronounce most of the letters in Japanese.
We are in almost every single country in the world, so I think we've got Japanese listeners. We know you download out there, although it might just be my two friends.
We definitely have listeners in Japan
who live out there. I don't know if they've become fluent, but email us. Let us know if we pronounce those correctly and or incorrectly, or if you don't care.
Yeah. Or just tell us something interesting about Japan. Give us a fun fact.
Fun fact. Can't be fast fact because that's our thing. And then it cuts to the final title cards on March 9th, and then only on Netflix March 9th. 2018.
Not soon enough. Yeah.
Time travel back and get there and check it out.
5 years ago. Hard to believe.
Poof. It's really only been 2 because you minus the 3 because everything else has been going on, right?
Right. The last 3 haven't counted. You're right.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Do you want to prognosticate? Jared and Russ prognosticate now?
Do I ever?
Do you ever? I mean, you seemed hot on the cemetery temple thing. Do you want to start there? Or what do you got?
So it's that one's less exciting, but I don't think that's a funeral. I think that's his initiation ceremony. It seems obvious in retrospect, right?
Yes. Yeah.
God, we're stupid.
Yeah. Okay. I buy that.
right? Must be. I mean, I guess we'll find out. That's part of the prognosticating. Now, the part where I get really hot is on the dragging of Jared Leto.
Dragon or dragging? Okay. All right. Hey, because there's
a little combo.
He might have a dragon on him. I don't know. So.
That's right. Well, so we're talking about that scene where he gets dragged, and we don't see who the dragger is, right? Only the draggee.
Just the draggee, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking it's a dragon ghost.
What? What?
Here's why.
Take me down this path. Where?
I think. Have you seen any of the Paranormal Activity movies?
No.
Okay, smart. Don't bother. Well, the first one was good. Don't watch the rest. They made like 6 of them for some reason.
So much Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it's way too much. The universe is just like they tried to like make it into a big story, and it's not. Like keep it simple.
Yeah, that's all.
But there's like a very famous scene from the first one where she gets dragged by nothing, like out of bed, like by her feet.
It's a classic.
It looks just like this.
Really? Okay. Yep.
Which in that movie is more of a demon presence than a ghost. I think this is a famous Japanese ghost dragon.
Okay. All right.
Who is maybe the spirit of Yakuza soldiers past, or maybe the spirit of Japanese World War II soldiers past, right? Because apparently that's the angle we're going with here.
I'm gonna think. Okay.
Well, I'm not done.
What? Nope. Okay. Nope.
I'm not done. I think
you shut your mouth. I'm not done. You shut your mouth. Shut your
dirty mouth.
Shut your mouth. I'm not done.
The last thing I'll say, because I'm going to trail off, is I think the dragon. This is a prank. It's not like a bad thing that it's dragging him. I think it's like it's going to turn into like a Pete's Dragon scenario where this dragon becomes his best friend, takes him to a magical land.
That's where I was going.
Perfect. I think that's the rest of the movie. You want to keep going with that?
Well, I was going to say the big kicker is he's being dragoned, right? He's being dragoned, right? But yeah, I think it was going to be like, it's going to turn out to be like,
oh my God.
It's going to turn out to be his new best friend. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Tito the dragon or something. I don't know, right? And he's just like, hey, Jared, Leto, we got to get out of here. And then it becomes kind of like a Lethal Weapon, buddy.
Oh my God.
They signed up for the police force earlier. The dragon used to be on the police force because it's a, kind of a mystical world at this point, right?
That's right.
And they go on and get into some shenanigans, and Tito the dragon is just like, hey, Jared, you got to get into the Yakuza, man, because we got to solve this crime.
That's right.
And Jared's like, how am I going to do that? And he's like, don't worry, I'll teach you Japanese. And then, he infiltrates the Yakuza, ends up dating, seeing, maybe even marrying the woman. I think in this trailer is probably like the boss's daughter or something like that, or granddaughter.
Oh,
right?
That's a classic. Yeah.
Right. Classic line. And Tito the dragon's like, I don't know, man. Probably not a good idea.
Yep.
You shouldn't, stay away from coworkers, stuff like that.
Yep. And make sure you don't lie because your nose will start to grow.
That's right.
Yeah. He turns into kind of a Jiminy Cricket character.
a little bit. And then I think what ends up happening is that the boss of the Yakuza finds out that Jared Leto there is seeing or in love with his granddaughter.
Yep.
In like retribution for it, because Jared Leto's going to go do something, right? And the girl's she's going to end up getting killed, right?
Yep.
His grandfather goes to seek revenge on Jared Leto by killing Tito the dragon.
Yep.
But because it's a noir and our hero has to die at the end, Jared Leto sacrifices himself to save Tito the dragon, his best buddy's life. And then that's it. And Jared Leto dies. The end.
That's perfect. And you know what else happens though?
What's the runtime of this movie? 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So all of this happens within the movie, but we also then get the big reveal that World War II didn't end the way Jared Leto thinks it did. The Japanese won.
Oh no.
And this is, the dawn of television, basically. this is the first Truman Show where the Japanese government has constructed a dome over part of Japan, let Jared Leto become a Yakuza, and they broadcast this on the brand new television, networks at the time
called Leto Face
to millions of people across Japan, and they enjoy the Truman Show, the Jared Leto Show.
Jared Leto Show.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Jared Leto is actually stuck in real life in this bubble.
Correct.
And he just thinks that he's in his own show.
Like the Truman Show, right?
Yeah, just like it. So,
mm-hmm.
All right, I mean, that sounds great. Like, I think we nailed it, right?
I don't see how it could possibly be different.
Okay, could it possibly? Yeah, that was good. Okay, I'm excited about that.
Me too. Now I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, right. Now I'm looking forward to watching this movie, The Outsider.
Actually, also not a segment that I think will repeat with any regularity, but I did want to call out. I don't know if you scrolled down to the comments on YouTube.
No. Oh man.
Smart. Never scroll to the comments.
Yeah.
Unless you're on ITM to YouTube, and then you should scroll to the comments and comment because we appreciate that.
Go subscribe there too.
We'll get to in a minute, but the last thing, just some of these, I'm a little worried. This could be a good movie.
Okay, yeah, but okay.
So for example, Sam Space 81 says, "Enjoyed this movie. Netflix really stepped up their game."
What?
Interesting.
Yep. Okay. Bold statement there.
Erwin Schrodinger 64 says, "Just saw it. Overall, it's a shame Hollywood can't even release films this good. Definitely a noir film. Very stylistic and beautiful just to watch. Okay. The Goodfellas of the Japanese Yakuza, told in a manner where the ending isn't groundbreaking, but is very satisfying. Better than 90% of films released in theaters."
Wow.
Enough said.
Enough said. Is that how it ends? Enough said? Or is
no? It ends with, "I hope Netflix bankrupts Hollywood because at least they care about good filmmaking." Mic drop.
Who are the people that exist in this world? What is happening?
Erwin Schrodinger 64. If you're out there listening to our podcast,
hey,
write in.
Write in. Send us something. Send us a note.
I'd love to hear your side of this story.
Yeah. We want the whole story, nothing but the story. Oh man. Okay. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think
it can't be good. It's not going to be good.
No, it can't be good. I mean, we're definitely getting a classic white savior kind of thing, I think, in this one too, right?
Yeah,
like
it looks horrible. Yeah. Like, don't make this movie in 2018 or ever.
I can tell you right now without having seen it.
Yes, definitely. It's Last Samurai all over again.
Oh yeah, Last Samurai meets Casper the Friendly Ghost. Okay.
Ooh.
All right, is that it? Are we done? Are we?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll do the movie the next week, and listeners can watch the trailer in the meantime. It's like 2 minutes. Sacrifice a little of your time. It's worth it, just because it looks stupid.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a full breakdown of The Outsider 2018. In the meantime, though, you can follow us in so many places. Instagram, It's This Meets That, or ITMT Pod on Twitter. We're on YouTube now at It's This Meets That. You can subscribe wherever you're listening, whether that be YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Snitcher, Scratcher, anything. And yeah, do that. And if you have friends, great.
We know you have friends.
Tell them about it. And if you don't have friends, email us and we'll be your friends.
That's right.
Unless you're super weird, but we'll work through that one step at a time.
Yeah, actually, I think we'll especially be your friends then.
Yeah, probably.
And while you're writing us a recommendation to your friends, I'm assuming you do that in a letter format,
right?
Like,
yeah.
Dear John.
Dear John.
Anyway, leave us a review. Write that up while you're at it, and drop that onto Apple or Spotify or wherever you can put reviews.
On the floor, wherever you want.
Yeah, hugely appreciated. Or like we mentioned earlier in fan service, you can send us an email if you're feeling old fashioned. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read them in that segment like we always do.
Yeah.
Or you can go now, and the over 200 episodes of ITMT are all on our website, the whole back catalog. Go have a listen. Find some more information about me and Russ, the rest of the ITMT team, Donna Mint, ITMtron, all the hits. It's thismeetsthat.com. Check it out.